Well, hello everyone. I hope and pray that you're doing well. It's autumn. I've been doing some driving in the past few weeks and I absolutely love the fall colors. Although some of the trees behind me, they're starting to drop their leaves and yeah, autumn's going to start coming to a close pretty soon. And that means we're heading towards winter. There, I've said it. But did you know that the process of tree leaves falling in autumn is called abscission? Abscission, and this is a natural phenomenon. It occurs as trees shed their leaves to conserve moisture and energy during the cold months of winter. The leaves get kind of cut off from the tree by this special layer of cells that develop near the base of each leaf stalk, allowing the leaves to kind of detach without causing damage to the tree. And at some point, the leaves can no longer hang on. It's time for them to let go. It's time for them to become compost, to become fertilizer. In Paradise Lost, John Milton compares the evil of history to a compost pile. A mixture of decaying substance like animal excrement, vegetable and fruit peels, potato skins, eggshells, dead leaves, right? And if you cover it all over with dirt and put a bunch of leaves on it, after a while, it actually smells pretty good. The soil becomes richer, this natural fertilizer, tremendous for growing fruits and vegetables, but you have to be willing to wait, in some cases, even years. And Milton's point is that even the worst events of human history, some things that we cannot even understand, like hell itself even, are only compost in God's wonderful and eternal plan. Even out of the greatest evil, right, the death of Jesus, came the greatest good. And so all that to say that God does transform evil into good without diminishing the awfulness of the evil. And I can't emphasize that enough, right? That God transforms evils into good without diminishing the awfulness of the evil. In John 12, Jesus famously announces, "Truly, truly, I tell you, unless a grain of wheat falls to the earth and dies, it remains a single grain. But if it dies, it bears much fruit." Now, I'm not a big fan of winter in some ways. I mean, there's things I like about it, but, I'm not a big fan of winter or grief or loss. And I suspect that you aren't either. I mean, loss is horrible. I mean, you are overwhelmed, you're at your limit, you might feel exhausted. So what do we do with winter, with grief, with loss? What can we do with seeds and leaves as they fall to the ground? I mean, we don't want, I don't think any of us wants for ourselves for grief and loss to make us cynical, to make our hearts hard. We want God to melt our stony hearts. We want to enlarge our hearts even in the midst of grief and loss. And like Jesus' death, we believe that God can and does transform loss and grief into resurrection life. Incredible things come from the compost pile. But God transforms things into resurrection life, even though it sometimes takes a long winter before hope springs eternal. The peace of Christ be with you all.